힘없은 용화 이 땅에 차고 넘쳐라 하늘과 힘이 나오니 우리의 힘인 공헌은 가져가자 백두산의 반석과 같이 사람들 공급을 안고 이달이 행복한 나라 인민의 밝은 순동주 감사의 아름다워라 하늘과 심장을 바쳐라 우리의 인민 공헌은 힘내가자 나의 소원 희생 안 돼요 헛되자 이 세상 끝까지 우리의 인민 공헌은 울출가자 우리나라 인민의 나라 사랑하는 나의 조국 인민의 나라
Alrighty. Took me a second to find the right toggles, as it does. Hi, I'm some jerk on the internet. It's Saturday morning, and we're going to watch. Well, I was expecting to do a double feature, but it would appear instead of doing an actual stream last night, 06/45/2017, decided to just have a. And of course, it has to be a live stream. It can't just be an upload for some damn reason of like a 2.5 hour debate from back before his life fell apart completely. So we won't be bothering with that at least anytime soon. Indeed, Hovindism also gave me a bad case of stupiditis, inflammation of the stupid. It works. So yeah, I'm going to skip preamble. Don't have anything big to announce. Been working on some stuff just behind the scenes on other website unrelated junk. We're going to jump right into Evolution is Dumb and Dangerous. So Hovin's Thursday open mic. Going to come in with just a little bit of the intro still playing because it's not a Hovin intro. Instead, it's an AI like short thing about dinosaurs, like the age of dinosaurs, like how old they are. And apparently some goober who happened to be at DAL at this point, or no, he calls into DAL or whatever, is linked through, and Hovin's all like, yeah, well, he's evolutionist, and I'm just like, oh, this is starting off just right up with his inanity. So let's get to it. As my poor
organic
I3 begs for
odor of
mercy.
a fresh cadaver. If these giants died 65 million years ago, wouldn't smell. They wouldn't have C14. And they wouldn't be squishy. Finding a soft sandwich in a locker after 65 years is impossible.
I mean, you see, this is what the entire like 2 minutes plus is just this kind of crap with some, text-to-speech narration, which for some reason everyone calls AI narration now. Whatever, same difference. That's the buzz term with just random renderings and shit.
Finding soft tissue after 65 million years is a biological fraud. The clock has wound down and the chemistry is screaming. Dinosaurs aren't that old.
Yeah, except that you idiots continually misinterpret everything, but most egregiously the work of Mary Schweitzer et al. which is not only incredibly documented because it is proper, credible scientific findings, but Mary herself has said, you guys need to stop doing this. She actually stopped being a young earth creationist after her and her team had discovered some of the things they had. And the soft tissue, you act like you just got whole giant chunks of just here you go, poke it, it's medium rare. No, you've got the tiniest remnants of quote unquote soft tissues, namely heme, one of the components of the full hemoglobin molecule, along with some what was it? Starts with a C. I forget the name, but some other particular tissue that just happens to be a bit tougher than we thought. Wow, we revised our models and now have a better understanding of reality because that's what science does.
Man, Joshua, awesome job. Is he there? Can he come on and tell about his website and stuff?
Tell about his website. Yeah, let him on. Let's show his thing. His awesome stuff that was fucking, made with fucking, free AI accounts. Yeah.
Okay. Did a great job. Joshua McGinnis, tell us.
You only did a great job because it's exactly what I say. If it's anything different from what I say, you do a terrible job.
This is awesome, the stuff you're doing. See, the atheists want so badly to not believe God did it. They'll cling to, they're still going to teach dinosaurs lived millions of years ago.
You religious idiots want to believe so badly that there's a God and that they did it that you'll just make up anything to push that idea further and further into the realm of reality, or at least make it look like it's real versus what the actual history of the universe shows, and that none of your bullshit is true. There you go. How does it feel, Kent? Every accusation is an admission. It's nothing but projection with you people.
You can't convince them. So how do people get a hold of you, Joshua?
Well, I have a Facebook, Joshua McGinnis, Faith and Science, and I make a lot of videos on the age of the Earth. And
no, you make a lot of videos that just tout young Earth creationist rhetoric without any understanding of probably of what they're even saying. I don't think most of the attempted logic that creationists go with their followers even comprehend, let alone the actual science, which is not at all anything you idiots touch.
creation.
So there's probably 4,000 Joshua McGinnises in the world, right?
He said Joshua McGinnis, creation and science, or whatever he said. I'm not trying to be flippant here. I already forgot what it was. But Kent, he specified. See, this is a thing with you, Kent. And you've always had this behavior. It's evident in old debates, not just like older debates of yours and stuff, and older video production. It isn't just because you're 73. You have seriously poor comprehension skills. Active listening is non-existent with you. You don't pay attention to what's actually being said at all.
How do they find you exactly?
Probably.
How do they find you exactly?
Well, when they type in Faith and Science, behind
Yeah, there you go. Josh McGinnis, Faith and Science. I am certain I could find that right now if I wanted to bother opening up a tab and going to Facebook.
my name,
Which would require me to log in because I'm using Chrome to stream, because for some reason everything's biased against Firefox and you can't have sounds transferred. Firefox is my main browser because I'm not a slave to the system, man. So yeah.
they should be able to find it.
Okay, you're going to put something up, Joseph, in the comment? Okay, post it. Put it up there again.
I'm posting in the chat. I'll put it up again.
Well, good. Keep up.
Yeah, up a Facebook account. Wait till they take you down, Josh. Then you can whine and claim persecution constantly because you said something that was against terms of service. Nah, I'm not going to give Josh too much shit. Although, nah, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to. I'm going to be very, very nice to our little misguided friend Josh here. You do you, man, but I gotta be honest, if Hovind is praising what you do, then you've accomplished absolutely nothing except stroking his ego. That's the only time he approves of anything, is if it explicitly, aligns with exactly what he thinks, the way he wants to present it. Amazed he doesn't get mad because he's jealous that he can't do some of the stuff that other people can do, even if they're just using typical AI tools to generate, slop.
Great work, brother. Spread them around.
Okay, thank you.
Spread it like herpes. Yeah, he looks half emo. Yeah, he's like half redneck, half scene kid from 2004. Bruh, you want to hit up DDR Extreme, then go hang out at Hot Topic? I'm not saying that was totally me in 2004, but it kind of was. I was not an emo kid though. Also, I was, I was 18, 19 at that point. But yeah.
Thank you, brother. Amen. All right. Thank you. Well, welcome to Dinosaur Adventureland. And get rid of these.
Let us note that you hear a child whining in the background. The fact that there are babies there terrifies me.
It is March the 19th, 2026. Tonight, open mic. Call in. You got questions. You disagree.
Hey, po boy. Yeah. Weekends, I kind of sometimes like to stream early, then maybe a later stream. It all depends. Try to hit most of the time zones.
Atheists, they've been running and hiding for a long time, haven't they?
Yes. What running and hiding? Yes, all this running and no one gives a shit about you, Kent. Everyone has more important stuff to do, like stare at the wall, watch paint dry. You can measure grass growth rates every day if is more important and more valuable than directly engaging with your idiocy. Also, I should note that when Joseph sent his previous little email, it took me a couple of days to get to responding to him. It's been a week and Joseph hadn't gotten back to me, so who's the chicken?
Haven't had a debate in a long time. Hurts my feelings. I want
Oh, cry me a river, bitch. You want your debate? You get in contact with me and you'll get it, okay? Stop sending your stupid goons. Be a man. Do some work your own goddamn self.
so bad. Anyway. 28th, another debate coming up. Okay, we believe evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. Prove me wrong. Call in. Let's see.
Remember, it's okay for Kent to say absolute garbage like that, but me pointing out that he is friends with people who have been convicted of crimes against children, that's horrible to do.
On Facebook and Rumble and X and our own app, KentHovind.tv. We just paid $6,000 for another year.
We just paid $6,000. Yeah, and nobody's using it. How does that make you feel, Kent?
If you want to help with that, please do. Let's see. Instagram, TikTok.
I could run a whole goddamn media empire on $6,000 a year. The whole thing. And you want it just for your stupid KentHovind.tv vanity project. Which I should stress again, that it's not Creation Science Evangelism TV. It's not Genesis Baptist Church TV. It's Kent Hovind TV. But DAL and everything Kent does, none of that is a vanity project. My fucking ass.
A whole bunch of them. Let's see. Right? Nope, I don't want that one. Whacking atheist. There. We are straight north of Pensacola, 70 miles, in little town of Lenox. Get off at exit 77 or 83.
I once again point to the crying child in the background. That child is the only one here with some damn sense and knows that this is a load of shit and is not happy for it. Who uses Rumble? Right-wing fuckwits is who. Those who everyone they follow got kicked off of YouTube for being truly deplorable individuals. Who, of course, claim that it's persecution rather than them actually committing many egregious violations of the terms of service at ways that YouTube can't just ignore, like they do things like Hovind being on YouTube again. I have a Rumble account that exists solely to comment on Kent's streams at a time when he was not back on YouTube. Don't do anything else to that account. Hadn't been on it in months. I have no desire to watch anything else much on Rumble. But it's a hotbed of right-wing evangelical bullshit, so, and just general other, fascist idiocy.
Come over to Lenox. Stop in, say hi. We have visitors coming all the time, and it's gotten much worse, much better since the George Janko show.
Yeah, she watched that little uptick of idiots and then watches it never goes any higher again. Because it won't, Ken. The uptick's going to stop. I won't deny you might have gotten a little uptick in visitors, but that's people who are probably on their way to Disney World and stuff.
Man.
Disney World! Gotta go to Disney World! I'm sorry, someone might take that offensive. That's an inside joke with friends.
They keep coming. How many visitors here tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that's it. That's the most we've had in years.
Get up. Free cabins. Spend the night if you want. Let's see. March the 19th. Here we are. Open mic. 21st next month is our 10-year anniversary of getting this property donated. There was nothing here but a gravel pit and 3 little bitty buildings where they check the trucks in and out and 2 bathrooms. So God's been good. Next month.
Yeah, that was actually a point in my. Well, you probably saw it in my response to Joseph. A friend Mark here brings up, wonder if it's worth challenging Hovind to take his face off the DAL gates just to see how he'd react. If his Bronze Age age bookie book is the focus of his work, surely it won't matter.
We're going to have 5 days of all kinds of activities.
I should probably write a whole piece on how DAL and the like is all just vanity projects for this man due to his rampant narcissism.
At our Dinosaur Adventureland, come on down, spend the time. Book cabins soon if you want to come for a cabin. Okay, so we're open for free. Join us at drdino.com. All our websites up there. We got some singing tonight. Not me. I know you. Some of you want me so badly to not sing, so I'm going to come. But the Parson family.
You know, I feel the need to express the Disney World joke earlier. If you ever see the meme of the awkward frame of Gaston from Beauty and the Beast and it's captioned with DIDNEEE World, that was me and friends. We would use that and say it in that way to joke about Disney adults. So just to clarify, since some are going to take it, potentially could take it a little iffy, I get very if I realize that something that's an inside joke could be seen as possibly mocking disabled or handicapped people or something. And that's not the case. I just have to stress that.
Come on up, brother. We're going to sing a song tonight and then sing several of them tomorrow night.
Speaking of disabled people, I wish I was deaf, truly deaf, so I wouldn't have to hear this. Oh, wait. Through the magic of skipping ahead, we can avoid it.
If you have a singing group and want to come by, visit Dinosaur Adventure, we'll let you sing. We can't promise to pay you anything, but we'll sure make you world famous. So, folks, show them how it's done here. You folks.
You know, all your singing stuff has absolutely sucked. Mithril with fun fact: the artist Banksy opened a public exhibit on one of Britain's failing resorts and called it Dismal World. Neat. Also, Banksy is one of the most overrated people, persons, groups, creative entities I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't like Banksy art at all. I don't give a fuck about their enigmatic nature or anything. I care zero. And actually, it's one of those cases of because they're brought up regularly, I have a negative association with them. So yeah, doesn't change your point about it being Dismal World.
From what state again? Georgia. All right.
Oh yeah, real far travelers coming from Georgia all the way down there to Lenox, Alabama.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Show them how it's done there, Dad.
All right, let's watch this miserable shit.
Give her a try.
For just a few seconds, anyway. Well, there you go. There's what we're dealing with. Let's jump ahead a bit. Okay, I'm gonna be real. In just a little bit we've played, all jokes aside, I hate that from what I can hear, they're actually not garbage. I don't like the style. There's emotion there. There's actual notes. That there's an actual key signature being followed. And I do believe the guitar is in tune. Which is asking a lot of people who would sing at DAL. Oh, if only y'all's talents weren't wasted on this garbage. Boy, this goes on a while. And you get some Slayer on there or something, man.
All right, tomorrow night. Tune in tomorrow night. Get a bunch of more songs ready there, folks. Okay, tonight, to start it off tonight for the open mic, We Believe Evolution is Stupid. I happened to find another video that creepy...
You know, Kent, I mean, we're not the one who thinks, you know, Dirtman, Rib Woman, perpetual incest, deity sacrificing themselves to themselves is a loophole for rules they themselves made. You know, just saying.
Finder did about meat.
You know, I just also thought about the Disney World thing. No one's ever going to make a meme that says, Dinosaur Adventureland, let's go. Gotta go to Disney World, not Dinosaur Adventureland. That's the attitude of it. Some guy was just hell-bent on it. Dinosaur Adventureland is a place we don't want to go.
Just, I'll shut it off and leave it right there. The button on, blue button. Okay. Blue button. All right. So.
Yeah, that was Chroma King behind them.
Let me play a little bit of creepy here. The guy does not get it. I'm trying to help him. The title of his show is Kent Hovind is an Awful Human.
Oh, God. Kent is... I don't know what this fixation Kent has is all of a sudden on the fact that people don't like him, but his ego has just been completely destroyed by somebody. And he is just hell-bent on damage control with everyone. Hence Joseph's random-ass email to me.
Just a garbage human being.
I concur.
Sounds like this guy's thinking about it. Okay. I'm living rent-free in his brain. In his mind, anyway. Okay. That's it.
Just that phrase. That meme. So fucking overused. And especially ironic coming from the Hovindite crowd when this man has literal fucking like family photo frames with hearts with these people. People like Creaky and Professor Dave and AJ and the like. It's like, what the fuck, man? Your overused meme is stupid. And if it did apply to anyone, it would be you and your obsession where you spend more time talking about these people who happen to disagree with you on stuff than you do your Bible. Shouldn't your Bible be all that matters? Why you got to fight these battles? Isn't God going to take care of it? Then what's your point, man?
No, let's see, back up. I'm on the wrong one. This one.
You're always on the wrong one, Kent.
Come over here and touch it. Okay. Creepy.
Ew, phrasing.
He's just a garbage human being. Full stop.
It's crazy.
End of debate. No need for a rematch. He's a scumbag.
No need for a rematch. You won't debate me, huh, Creepy? You'd rather talk.
Debate, you're all that matter. Arguments don't rise or fall on their own merit. It's all about debate, 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 debate me, bro, debate me, bro, debate, debate. Get the fuck over it, Kent. This debate obsession you have is fucking stupid. On top of all the other stupid shit about you.
Your way out of it, you coward. Okay? Bring it on.
Please subscribe.
What do you think it would take to get Mr.
You know, Kent, it's Saturday morning and I know you're not doing a goddamn thing else, but probably scratching your balls while you hang out in the hot tub while everyone else does all the work at your stupid cult compound. So, you know, you could pop in here whenever. You know, does Joseph just pop in on the side chat and be like, Kent's ready to talk to you, and then be like, okay, let's do this shit.
Kent Hovind to debate one of the three great grifters of Flurf, Oakley, Wise, and Dubai. Do you think Will could convince Hovind as a fellow globe young Earth creationist? I don't know. I see, the thing is, and I said this in the Kent Hovind video, it's so pointless debating.
Yeah, that's an extremely good point. Unlike Kent, garbage was once useful to someone.
Kent Hovind, because he's been using exactly the same. You've never seen a Kent Hovind debate, have you?
No.
Yeah, keep it that way.
Yeah.
He basically just says, you'll present him with a piece of, I don't know, wisdom teeth.
Present a piece of evidence. When have you done that, creepy?
Every single debate, quote unquote, you've ever been in, old man.
You have given no evidence for evolution. There isn't any. Nobody sees it happen, ever. But you can believe it. That's fine.
Hey, give me evidence of your God, Kent. You haven't given any. No one has. There's no evidence for your God, except once again, that's actually true. See, they know this. They know there's no evidence for their deity. They know it's all just wishful fucking thinking. And so they've got to turn it around and project that opinion onto the opposition.
Fine, it's your religion. Keep it. But don't make everybody pay for it to be taught like it's part of science. I think, brother, the cuss word in here somewhere. I don't know how to do all that, but be ready.
Yeah. This debate grandstanding is likely for the sake of showing off in front of the 10-day trippers who are there in his quote-unquote church.
Just in case.
If evolution isn't something...
A piece of wisdom, like wisdom teeth. He thinks wisdom teeth is evidence for evolution. Okay? Creepy?
Yes, Kent. We've all been over the oddity that are wisdom teeth and the understood origins of them.
Let me explain it to you.
No, what you're going to do is you're going to make up shit based on your Bible, because anything that's a scientific discovery that does not immediately corroborate your magic book, which is pretty much anything in science, you're going to either spin it to match your book, or you're just going to say it's wrong and make up whatever the hell else you want. In this case, you're going to ramble on about people used to be 15 feet tall. We had more teeth. And so, we gotten smaller over the years. So the teeth have needed space to fit in, which is almost, or have lost space to fit in, which is kind of, sort of, almost thinking the right general way, but not the right reasons. And that our jaw structures have changed. In fact, it's a gene that causes diminished jaw structure that also caused increases in our brain case, thus allowing us to have the more massive brains than we do with the structure they do, that allows us to think in the ways we do.
All right, let's see. Come over here. Don't wisdom teeth prove evolution? There's a great book by...
Oh boy, pulling out this slide from 2002, everybody. It's the pink edition, yeah.
Jack Cuazzo, a dentist in New Jersey, wrote a book called Buried Alive. Man was probably larger in the past. See my videotape number 2, seminar part 2. Get the whole series for $50. Oh, not that one. This one. $50, 18 hours.
Yes, I'll totally watch your videotape number 2. Let me pull the Betamax player out of storage, Kent.
When you're done, send it back, get your money back. Okay? Can't beat a deal like that.
Or you could just watch it online, because all that shit's up there. Yeah, he's so feeble, offended by a couple of swear words, but not no, you can say the words. You can say the words, genocide in Gaza.
We want to get the gospel out.
I don't have any filters set up on YouTube, so say the fucking words. Say all the words.
Wisdom teeth. Extra teeth were designed to come in at the right time for people growing their jaws larger, because they lived longer and they grew slower, and they probably matured until they're 40 or 50. So
matured until they were 40 or 50. Okay, so once they reached somewhere between the age of 40 and 50, they ceased being mature. So did they transmute back to a larval stage? Are we talking behavioral maturity? Because that would explain a lot with you. I need to know what you mean, Kent, because that statement made no fucking sense.
You need the wisdom tooth by then. So let's see. Wisdom teeth are the evidence for evolution. The Neanderthal skeletons they find have wisdom teeth. No problem. Their jaws are bigger. They need them to fill it in. Interesting. Let's see. ICR.org, Institute for Creation Research, ICR.
It isn't about needing to fill in space, Kent. It's a matter of the loss of space. Again, you're kind of almost in the right spot, but not at all.
There's many good articles if you want to check that out. Wisdom tooth, the whole truth about wisdom teeth. Frank Sherwin, good friend of mine, used to live in Pensacola. Knew him very well. Came over all the time. Let's see. John.
Did you know him biblically, Kent? Inquiring minds want to know.
Henry Moore's son has a great article on wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth. Genesis. Okay? And no evolutionary process. Frank Sherwin, another article about wisdom teeth. What percent of the population have to have their wisdom teeth removed? 85% of adults are estimated to need removal of at least one wisdom tooth. 90% of Americans have at least one impacted wisdom tooth, which is a primary reason for extraction. How many of you have had your wisdom teeth removed or problems with them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a bunch, okay? Including me.
Always with the show of hands.
Some studies suggest 80 to 90% of adults experience problems requiring partial or complete removal of their 4 wisdom teeth, okay? However, not all wisdom teeth need to be removed. Some people have no issues. A small percentage, 7%, are naturally missing all 4 wisdom teeth. Creepy.
Sea Science Film Lab, slap that like. Like on which platform? The Book of Faces, where you react to things? The Rumbles? Is there a like on kenhoven.tv? I don't think so. Maybe there is. I'm not sure. I can't remember. That site sucks. Or, and hear me out. You're talking about on YouTube that Kent's not on, but he is.
Going from having wisdom teeth come in when you're 20 years old or so,
Mithril, you're so wrong. Kent had no wisdom to begin with.
to not having them come in at all is a genetic difference, and it's a loss of information. That's not.
The statement makes no sense. And y'all just say this. Just not even like you establish it as a thing. You establish it in saying it. That for some reason evolution has to be a gain in information, whatever that actually means, because genetic complexity is not information in the way that I would wish to describe it in this particular aspect of discussion. But secondarily, that it always has to be a gain and not a loss when all there is change. That's it. That's all you have is consistent change among populations. That's your evolution there, buddy. That's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. In the case of Homo sapien, that same mutation that gives us the larger cranial capacity also results in a slightly diminished jaw to a point where the wisdom teeth are extra. But because we don't need them, mutations where they don't grow at all have started to pop up and are likely to take over large portions of the population in upcoming centuries, if not spread throughout pretty much all of the human race over a long enough time span, barring medical science ensuring that fewer people die from impacted wisdom teeth. Which that would be how, in a natural context, that trait would become dominant in humans, would be the fact that there's a higher chance of deaths before passing on the genes for normal wisdom teeth in individuals who have impacted wisdom teeth versus those who do not have the impacted wisdom teeth. It's a slight advantage in the grand scheme.
Gaining something, creepy. That's losing. All the evidence they give for evolution is losing, losing, losing.
Except when it still meets by your criteria, gaining. Yeah, Galing. We've got Mr. Galing here. How you doing, sir? Brad Galing. Yeah, she's an evolutionary biologist. We're just making up characters here. Do you know Brad Galing will never go to Disney World? He ain't in that shit. But Brad Galing. It's actually kind of a cool name. Bradley or Bradford? Bradley Bradford Gaining. BBG. There we go. Where was I at with Kent? Oh, yeah. When we bring up things like Nylonase, y'all just poo-poo that away as well. It's no winning with you clowns.
That's how you get. So you lose it all until you have it, everything. You guys ought to run for Congress. Help them spend their way out of it.
I mean, you seem to have done a great job losing everything and still coming out ahead. Somehow you're the poster child. There's 2 poster children for failing upwards. You and Donald Trump.
Debt. Yeah. Indigenous Mexican populations have nearly 100%.
Yes, the dinosaur is holding the mic, and that is honestly one of the cooler things that has gone on. Yeah, one day he just clipped it on there and was like, hang on, that makes for a cool lav mic holder. And so, well, he didn't say lav mic. He doesn't know what a lavalier mic is. These are a cool mic stand. And he's been doing that ever since. And we all kind of agree. It's like, okay, that's smart.
Prevalence of missing wisdom teeth due to genetic factors. Aboriginal Tasmanians
Yeah, if they're not dying of the teeth, it makes them more likely to survive and pass on their genes. It's not that complicated.
have high rates of agenesis, wisdom teeth loss, close to zero, meaning most lack wisdom teeth. They just don't even grow in. It's genetically, they lost it. Let's see, childhood diet plays a significant role in the development and alignment of wisdom teeth. Research at the University of Saskatchewan indicates that a soft...
Why do you have to say it like that? Saskatchewan. I mean, I know it's a cool word, but you don't have to say it like that. Not that it was a bad way to say it. It's just he really went at it with energy.
modern diet, characterized by processed and nutrient-poor foods, can contribute to impacted wisdom teeth. This is because softer diets...
Nutrients? Foods in the Western world can contain nutrients? Y'all are funny.
reduce the natural jawbone stress needed for proper jaw development. So people with a coarser, their wisdom teeth come in, make their jaw tougher.
One more time.
That have to chew rougher food, their wisdom teeth come in, make their jaw tougher.
All right, we're gonna do one more, and of course we're gonna go slow speed.
That have to chew rougher food.
All right, let's click over here. Or press Alt DV. We're gonna go down to quarter speed. Oh shit! Hang on, how far along in Hovind's video is this? 16:15. All right, hang on. I'm gonna make that into a clip. There we go. There you go. Make that into a little video surprise later.
The wisdom teeth come
We're gonna have them slow. We can just watch the whole stream like that. 4 hours later, we're done with the Hovind.
make their jaw tougher, leading to narrower dental arches that lack sufficient space for wisdom teeth. Historically,
And Laura brings up a good point. See, it's a trade-off every time. We lost the wisdom teeth, but we got more brain space. It's never just losing something.
people who consumed tougher, harder food
And a thing to think about, okay, like Kent with birds and hollow bones. They lost bone material, but they became lighter and they're better able to fly. That's losing something, but you gain an ability. Yeah. Also, dinosaurs had the same hollow bones, and that's actually where birds get it from. Various dinosaurs needing it, of course, because of their sheer size. It made sense for, as they grew bigger, for the bones to become more porous.
foods like nuts, roots, and raw meat had stronger, larger jaws and far fewer issues with impacted wisdom teeth. In contrast, modern diets with less chewing resistance may result in underdeveloped jawbones, increasing the risk of impactation, misalignment, and associated complications such as pain, infection, and damage to adjacent teeth.
Yeah, that's all true, Kent. But there's many broad factors creating the original situation.
At what age do people stop growing? You can Google it. Let's see. Most people stop growing between 16 and 18 years of age.
Hovind stopped growing at the age of 7, at least mentally.
How many of you stopped growing about that time? Okay?
I don't know, Kent. Some parts of me didn't stop, you know. Nah. Oh, fuck. That'd be weird. No, Chris, I don't know what you mean. Oh, you're a pervert. It's like, I'm not the one talking about 15 feet whale penises here. That's what I'm rocking, yeah! Suddenly I'm Carl. They get near you, hit them with the shampoo. Dude, did I tell y'all there's an official Aqua Teen Hunger Force YouTube channel that is slowly but methodically uploading all the episodes? This should be at episode 6 by about now. So it's going to be a while. But the fact that they're doing that means there's going to be, presuming that stays up, a non-trivial way for people to watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force whenever they want. And that is my favorite absurdist comedy.
This can vary. At what age do people have problems with wisdom teeth? Watch this now. Wisdom teeth typically arise during the late teens
Yeah, listening to Kent is similar to a root canal.
to early 20s. I want you to see something here now. The face bones never stop growing. This size probably indicates an individual 200 years old. Your eyebrow ridge slowly grows all your life. So finding a Neanderthal with bigger brow ridge is not evidence he's part monkey. It's evidence he's living to be 200.
Kent. First off, all hominids are quote unquote part monkey because they are all apes, which is a subset of old world monkeys. Second, Kent, why do we find Neanderthal children? Please explain how there are children that are 200 years old with brow ridges. That's not how any of that works. And while there is some continued bone development, continued bone development due to muscular anchor points at certain areas, it's not what you think it is and what you creationists say it is. Okay.
That's all. See, before the flood came, people lived a lot longer and matured a lot slower.
Evidence, please. Oh, wait, you're just going to bring up some book that says a thing. Hovind is stupid and dangerous. Changed my mind from Tigre Magno. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm not the only one who thinks this stuff. It's a whole group of people who feel this way independently. No one has to spread anything to ruin your name, Kent, and for people to figure out what you're about. All anyone has to do is watch your streams independently. Then what happens is they tend to aggregate around other people who also cover this content online. And so we form our little communities based on a common factor of having been made aware of your existence and how scummy you are.
Probably didn't even get married till you're 100. Adam was 130 when Seth was born. Seth was 105 when his son was born.
Yeah, Laura, we really should watch the Bill Ludlow debate. May that man rest in peace. He was fucking amazing.
Wouldn't that be cool to be a kid for 90 years?
Isn't that what you're doing, Kent?
Enjoy life, let somebody else pay the bills. That'd be fun to be a kid. Okay. This would mean
Another subtle little jab at everybody. Someone else pay the bills.
that wisdom teeth were probably designed to come in at the right time as your jaw got larger. Suppose everybody before the flood was maturing slower. You're still a kid till you're 60, 70, 80. Let's see, Enoch got married and had a baby at 65. And then you would need that tooth to come in to fill the jaw.
Let us note, Kent, that you've only described a situation where the growth process is slowed by what feels like a factor of, 5 times. That doesn't mean that the size of the person would be any different. That's a separate factor that you need to create evidence for. Pull it out of your ass, the Bible, to prove it.
The wisdom teeth would not be a problem. Today, we don't live as long, and we don't get as big, and so we have problems with wisdom teeth. Creepy. That is not evidence for evolution.
Laura, you're the person to ask. Does the Bible contain anything where it explicitly talks about larger sizes of humans, or is that just stuff people infer from a couple of different, usually Old Testament stories?
That's evidence for creation. It was a different world back then. People lived longer, grew bigger.
Yes, it's a different world than where you come from. We all know the college struggles of urban youth.
And even then, losing teeth is not evidence for gaining anything. I don't know how they don't get it, brother. Okay.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't A Different World a spinoff of The Cosby Show? There's like a lot of shows through like the 70s and 80s and into the early 90s that were connected to each other in such long, complicated webs. It's like it's wild, and I kind of love that from a pop culture anthropologist standpoint.
Questions or comments? Joseph, who we got there? Bazawambat. Ooh. Kent, why do you post these idiots on your channel? Idiots? Oh, you talk about creepy and stuff like that? Creepy, not us. Creepy. Why do I post creepy on our channel? I just enjoy making fun of him. Now you can.
So tell me, Joseph, it's okay for Kent to be that point blank where it's just like, I just like making fun of him. Complete admission of being nothing but pure ad homs, where he simply wishes to mock somebody and try to use that as evidence for your magic sky daddy. But it's not okay for us to mock Hovind and kind for being a scummy person, being a buffoon of a person, and in addition, ancillary to that, criticize his ill-informed scientific quote beliefs as two compartmentalized things that happen together. It amazes me the double standard, or at least it would if it wasn't for the fact that if it wasn't for double standards, a lot of people would have no standards. That includes you and 0645 2017 here. So I just want to point out, Mr. Shackelford, the true hypocrisy of you saying the kinds of stuff you did in your little piss ass email to me. And Kent is okay to say this stuff all day, every day, because of course he gets an exception. As your daddy Hovind would say, you are a hypocrite.
Start your own channel, do it however you want, okay? King David, I will set no evil thing before me.
Thanks, Kent. I don't need your permission to start my own channel and do whatever I want. And I know you're talking about that dude if he wants to do stuff for the Lord. But it's funny that this dude, this person is pulling out the Bible to try to tell Kent, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this. Yeah, Kent, maybe you should just focus on the goddamn Bible that you love so much.
Kent, don't entertain evil. Oh, they entertain me. I don't entertain them. They hate me.
This seems like such a mundane moment, but this is actually incredibly telling of Kent not giving a fuck what the Bible says, just straight up. He's not trying to rationalize it. He's not trying to find a reason, biblically sound reason. He's just like, well, they entertain me. He's just totally being joking about it because he doesn't care about the Bible. He doesn't give a fuck. It's a means to an end for him to get more money, to get more attention. That's the value he wants. It isn't even so much about the money, although that helps. No. If he can spend the money to get more attention, that's all he wants, because that's how narcissists work.
I'm an awful human being. Watch this show, okay? We don't like listening to people slander you. Okay, sorry. I'm going to keep doing it, all right? Let's see.
It's not slander there, buddy.
Sea Science, slap that like. The Wolfhound. Do you think that we can find a way to grow new teeth or regenerate them? Don't know. That's over my pay grade. Okay?
Yeah, like Mork and Mindy with Happy Days. Yep. No. If this person knew anything, they would understand that our teeth are kind of a one and done affair, and that most terrifyingly of all, though it's become kind of a meme now, the buds for the adult teeth, the proto teeth in a sense, exist in your skull when you're born. So if there's an X-ray of a kid's skull, you can see the adult teeth in their again, I'll use the term bud form under the kid's teeth, and that's one of the things that causes the child's teeth to be lost is the development of the adult tooth. It goes through its last stages and starts pushing on up, and there you go. It's terrifyingly awesome. Looks like a damn xenomorph.
I think there have been many people who have grown a complete third set of teeth.
Yeah, fucking right.
You know, when you're 5, 6, 7, you start to lose teeth and they slowly come in. Teeth are really hard, but they would slowly wear out. What if during the time when people are living to be 900, you were designed to get a whole new set of teeth every 75 years?
Yeah, well, put up or shut up, old man. You think we'd find evidence of that somewhere in our gene code. So why don't you go look, compare Bible text to the gene code and see where you find that. Also, I love how it's just a what if, and you're just like, there you go, that explains it. I'm just pulling it out of my ass, but that totally explains it. The actual evidence of our shared ancestry with multiple existent species of great apes, the fact we know the exact gene that caused the cranial increase and the jawbone decreases, it has nothing to do with it.
I don't know. Be pretty cool, though, wouldn't it? Many
Oh yeah, Laura had said 2 or 3 individuals who are notable for being giants. OG King Bashan was one of them. His bed was enormous, and also, of course, Goliath. So we should notice then, with Laura bringing up, especially Goliath being a common one, that these Titanic people were not common, at least at the time of these stories being written. And granted, Goliath is most certainly after the flood, but there is no explicit evidence that before the flood people were any different size, at least as far as what Laura can report to us at the moment.
skeletons they find,
Oh, and there goes Laura saying exactly that. But there's nothing the Bible states or implies that Adam, Noah were 16 feet tall. Kent just likes the size 15, 16 feet tall because it's the size of a whale penis, so they could go up and cuddle the whale penis.
are
See, that's actually where Jonah was. He wasn't in the whale for 3 days. He was in the whale penis for 3 days.
large skeletons have perfectly fine teeth. I think it's mostly dietary and living longer. Not at all evidence for evolution. Let's see. Old school. What's the best evidence we have for the flood? It's all over the layers of the earth. 200
Hovind is the definition of megalomaniac. You damn right. And complete set. Yeah, exactly. Complete set of teeth. What are you talking about?
years ago, they started teaching kids the layers of the earth are different ages. Stop and think how stupid that is.
By the way, if I may make a slight interjection, forgive me, but Little Wolves, don't you do the cartoon streams weekly, looking at various pieces of slightly obscure animation? It's neat stuff. Forgive me if I have completely misattributed stuff. My memory sucks, but if so, kind of wanted to give a little shout out on that because that's stuff I can appreciate. Appreciate a lot of things. It's funny too. People are like, Chris, you hate everything. It's like, no, I don't. There's actually a lot I like. It's just none of you, referring to those people I'm talking with or associated with through the years, are cultured enough to understand it.
Where'd it go? Right here. Now just think for
People can grow a third set. Brother did, but it's rare. Okay.
a minute. Okay, forget everything you were taught and just use common sense.
If you're a creationist, that's easy. Tyler says, I guess I would explain all the 16-foot skeletons we find. Oh, wait, that's not a thing. We all know humans can't grow taller than a whale penis anyway. Yeah. And I mean, and again, look at the problems that people above, 8, 9 feet have. Like, there's a size range that we're going to be at where the physics works out. We're not supposed to be super fucking tall. We're not supposed to be super fucking tiny.
Sense logic. They're saying these layers of dirt are different ages. How on earth can that dirt be younger than that dirt? Every speck of dirt in the world is the same.
The Denise character got dropped from a different world when Bonet became pregnant because Cosby wouldn't accept the Denise character having a baby. Fascinating. See, I only remember the show. I wasn't interested in those things when I was a kid. Any of those shows didn't catch me at all. I was a kid. I wanted cartoons and video games. So I only know like vagaries. But okay, cool. I was right that it was a Cosby Show spinoff. I'll be damned.
Age. There's no such thing as a geologic column. There's no such thing as a Jurassic.
And researchers in Japan are developing medication that may allow humans to regrow a third set of teeth by targeting a protein called USAG1, which inhibits tooth growth. AI answer: okay, that's cool. I mean, sign me up.
Age. Cretaceous.
Jonah was sucking on the whale's test, but it was a male whale. Whale's teat, excuse me. That was a male whale. Yep. Okay, there we go. I did have things right. Yeah, vintage cartoons, cartoon revisited. Yeah, it's fun little stuff. Go check it out.
None of them exist. All the layers formed in 1 year during Noah's flood. Here, are these layers different ages in this thing?
It's like, it's funny. People have no idea how open I am to just like, if I find out someone does something creative and it's cool, I'm like, ooh, I like that I will just bring it up. I'm just like, I got to. You know, once they're here in chat so they know I did it, it's like, hey, I gotta promote you. Because I like it. I think other people might too. That's why the self-promotion channel exists on the Discord server. It's like, share what you make. Let people find it out. I might not be able to react to everything or get around to reacting to much of anything, but I pay attention.
No. They're all in here at the same time.
And yeah, Andre the Giant was in pain all the damn time because he was so big. Part of the reason he drank so much. Feel so bad for him. Wonderful, wonderful man. New thumbnail. Ah, shit. Okay, there we go. We're going with that. That's new thumbnail material.
No. They're all in here at the same time.
How many times do we have to explain the geological column to Kent? He's never gonna get it.
The moon pulling the tide up and down, means it's rushing in and out sideways.
Something Kent hasn't done for many a decade. Unless you count Steve. Also, that's just a goddamn joke. I know my audience knows, but Hovindites need to understand. That's literally just a damn joke. Get over it. It's called comedy.
Fill the bump and empty the bump every 6 hours.
Yep, going horizontal. You fill the bump and empty the bump. With your tidal pumping.
12 and a half minutes. The tide is what made all the layers to the Earth in 1 year. Google it.
Except it didn't. Much of the material that makes up various geologic layers, the types of quote unquote rocks that could be found, would not be formed under such conditions. Full stop. Plus, there's the heat problem.
Experiments in stratification. You got that on our channel there, don't you? People can link it. Okay. Just watch it. The layers did not form this way. This law of superposition that they made up in 1830 is stupid. It is not a law. It's not even common sense to say that.
Common sense is absolutely fucking irrelevant. And actually, it is very common sense, though, to think that the layers would have been deposited on top of one another, given that's exactly, you love to bring up what people see, Kent. You know, when I was a kid, I took a bunch of I would buy cheap like Matchbox ripoff cars and stuff and actually smash them up and create a little junkyard. And guess what happened over the years? All the foliage going over the area, decaying, being processed. Those cars, that little graveyard play area I had when I was like 7, 8, 9, eventually became buried, and I dug it up years later. Yeah.
The top layer is younger than the layer under it. If I shuffle a deck of cards, is the top card younger? Let's try it here.
Kent, you know, you had that one dude who was on your side try to explain this to you. That shows, again, how absolutely, shows as another fine example of how dishonest you are, that you're just going to keep doing this shit.
2 of diamonds, youngest card. What's the oldest one? Oh, 10 of spades. I could have told him that.
Which is not at all how any of what you're talking about actually works. Your supposed analogy is absolute garbage by default.
It's dumb, guys. Your geologic column is just plain moronic. Stop and think about it.
Yeah, so about common sense. Kent sure likes to bring up common sense when he himself believes thousands-year-old superstition, which is literally the very opposite of common sense.
Well, all the people believe it. Look, there have been many times in the history of science when everybody was wrong.
When someone says common sense, it's almost always absolute, followed by absolute drivel. Damn right. How is that a good analogy? It ain't. Kent says these things like he's smart. Why does a good Baptist preacher have an evil deck of cards? True. You know, I've got I like tarot cards a lot. I've got a tarot deck, Crow Tarot. Really cool stuff. Nice art.
And one guy came along and changed.
Also, I love that tarot cards are sold as a game in the same way a Ouija board is. I love that.
Like everybody made fun of the Wright brothers. You'll never get a heavier than air craft to fly. How many of you have ever?
Kent, they really didn't, because the Wright brothers kind of just worked on stuff on the side. It wasn't some big thing that was the gossip of the place, man. I mean, it's no, they just kind of did this shit, made the right flyer, and oh shit, it worked.
Flown in one of those heavier than air craft before, okay? I got about 14 million miles in. The fact that everybody believes something does not make it true. You don't get it, okay? There is no geologic column. Okay, so I think the layers of the Earth, the fact that there are fossils in those layers, is a great evidence of a rapid burial. Fossils don't form today. Show me some place where fossils are forming.
My favorite tarot card is Tower, actually. Someone stomping like an elephant upstairs. Olaf bringing up their favorites, the Fool. Mine's Tower. Don't know why.
The only examples the atheists ever give is, well, if there's a mudslide, bingo.
Okay, so Dr. Greg is debating Kent on the 28th. Curious how it will go. Hence why you wanted me to, everyone wanted me to make sure to cover that one when it happens. That'll be interesting.
Think about it.
We should all be there live in the chat.
Has to be buried rapidly. It doesn't, they don't form.
Yeah, artwork on tarot cards. I don't take them serious. Not. I do, however, think that there can be a, if one would like to go extreme enough to use the word meditative, a self-reflective aspect, if you were to do a simple pull and a simple read, what I think is going to happen is your brain is going to try to attach the actual problems you know you're facing to what comes out. And I feel like there's a potential of it stimulating different parts of your brain in problem solving. That's a phenomena I would love to test, but I just don't have even a methodology set up yet to try to be able to do a proper study on it. But using it as just as the cards just in just a setting as a way of self-reflecting could be fascinating. And I think that's what happens with people in tarot readings, with the vagaries that the reader is going to give to the person, in that we're always going to look for something to fill in the hole. So when they talk about, a mysterious person in your life, it could be the goddamn mailman, it could be your ex, it could be someone new that you get a crush on, it could be who the fuck ever. Be some weird creep that you don't know yet, but you think you saw somebody creeping around the neighborhood one day. You're just gonna fill in the gaps. So yeah.
Colonel Sanders killed a bunch of chickens in the last 25 years. How many of them?
No, he didn't, Kent, because he dead. Is the Colonel in? No, he dead. Mr. Sanders in. What's wrong with you? I say he dead. That's what happens when you go all the way to Kentucky and the Colonel isn't even working today.
Fossilized. Nobody sees fossils forming. I think all fossils are great evidence of Noah's flood. Plus we got eyewitness testimony by Noah, who was there, and he wrote part of Genesis. Plus we got God's testimony, and Jesus talked about the flood, and Noah, he believed in it. So anyway, I would say it'd be up to the atheist to prove.
Fuck, I can't pronounce the name. Montgolfier brothers had shown heavier than air flight was possible. Yeah, balloons were popular in the 1800s. That's heavier than air flight.
Prove it didn't happen.
The fact that people believe in Jesus does not make it true. Fact.
About the document hypothesis.
People have been trying to fly ever since we noticed birds. No one made fun of the Wright brothers.
Anyway, I'll think of that later. Okay.
Also, Kent, it should be noted that common sense tells you if you want to fly like a bird, you make a flying machine that flies like a bird with wing flapping. Actual science tells you, no. You take advantage of the physics principles that they are, but design it in something that's a little more robust. Hence the fixed wing aircraft.
Thank you. Larry. Hi, Brother Kent. How are you? Doing great. Question. Would you be willing reach out?
Also, he lived on Via Fratelli Wright in Italy, Wright Brothers Street. I could figure that as much. I know what Via is. Trivia. Its root is Via 3 Road. Trivia being information that'd be shared at such crossroads. I love that. I do have a soft spot for Latin word origins. I mean, I like linguistics in a general sense, but I really enjoy when I find out something is just so randomly related to a Latin root that's just sitting right there in your face, and you don't ever think about it.
To Ken Ham and do a podcast together, I would be honored. I don't know if he would with me. I would tell him I'd be glad to do it with him.
Yeah, guidance and reflection. Roll the dice, same outcome.
Okay. Since you both are on the same page when it comes to biblical creation, God bless. Yes, I'd be honored, Larry. You contact him. Okay. I met him one time in Australia. I was preaching.
Only Jesus I believe is in his RNGesus. Oh, please, will the random number generator be good to me? See, you're playing an NES game, so you don't even have binary decimal conversion. So yeah, that's why your Mario clock ticks down at the rate it does.
Oh, there's Ken Ham. So I've toured his ARC, toured his science center. He did a great job up there. Lovely.
I've been adjacent to places Kent Hovind has been adjacent to.
He's doing. Jacob, when I hear dangerous, I think we need to get rid of it. What do you mean by
When I hear dangerous, I think of the best-selling New Jack Swing album of all time. Of course, very famous Michael Jackson album. Very, very famous. Very good. Actually, it's a damn good album. I mean, MJ made some great stuff, but Dangerous is fucking amazing. Only a few songs I'd consider weak on Dangerous. Probably a higher proportion of hits to miss than anything, and that's being very strict on miss, because even the songs I'm not a fan of are good. On an MJ album outside of Thriller. I think it's Thriller, then Dangerous, then probably Off the Wall, and then Bad. For percentage that is more likely to be listened to than skipped if I'm actively deciding at points to skip tracks.
dangerous? The evolution theory is dangerous. We need
No, it's not.
to get rid of it.
No, we don't.
We're teaching kids they're an animal, and then we're wondering, why do they act like animals?
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's not a mystery. It's a dangerous thing.
Because people never acted in any kind of way that you would consider otherwise uncivilized before Darwin published On the Origin of Species. Up until that very moment, civilization was a utopia, right, Kent?
To teach kids. Yes, we need to get rid of it. Okay? Daniel, I'm sorry. Hi, brother. My dad, Rick, and I met you today. What an amazing experience to see the work you've done to win souls. Question.
It's not the work done to win souls, it's a shrine to himself. Let me remind you again of the location I call the classroom. You know what I should do is I should take a video of a tour of DAL and write a piece on how it's all evidence of it being a shrine to Hovind himself. The classroom, though, is the definitive part.
Is Satan cast out at the end or trib of trib, or at the end of the wrath, or for 1,000 years? If you get my chart,
Gotta buy my chart. I could just point to the one behind me, but instead I gotta hold up my little one because I'm Ken Hovind.
get the chart
All this coughing and stuff might be why Kent didn't stream yesterday.
behind me, or the smaller version of it here. At the end of the time of God's wrath, the tribulation is 7 years. There's about a 3-year period of God's wrath being poured out. We are up at the
God damn it, you're right. Hot air balloons is lighter than air. That's the whole point. So anyway, remember the first comment this stream got that exposure to Hovindism causes stupiditis? There you go.
Marriage supper of the Lamb. We're not affected by it. Down on earth, all hell breaks loose for the infidels and infrahels. Then we come.
I'm a good Christian pastor with the infidels and infrahels and berserkly national pornographic. Yeah, I'm a good Christian.
Down with Christ.
But I'm going to threaten to sue people who say anything bad about me while I talk shit about them all the time.
On a white horse, and he touches down and splits the Mount of Olives in half. The Dead Sea.
Yeah, what is this Mount of Olives? Seriously, Kent. This is so fucking stupid. You just say this so deadpan.
to life. And we have
It sounds like goddamn Summon from Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, Jesus came down on the white horse. Up, Zantetsuki, and he splits the Mount of Olives in half. Up, and the Tonberry you're fighting didn't get killed. Damn. And then he uses Grudge, and you get hit for quad 9 damage.
the Battle of Armageddon. Here's all the verses about it right here. And then Satan is cast into the pit. This is in Revelation 20, verse 1 through 7. He's let out of the pit at the end of the 1,000 years. And then we have the great white throne judgment, and everybody that is not saved is cast into hell.
Heavy air like heavy water. You know, technically speaking, if you had steam comprised of heavy water, that would cause the general air mass to be heavier than if you had the same volume steam that was not made from heavy water. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, into the lake of fire. Hell's the temporary place. Death and hell are
Hell's the temporary place. Death and hell.
cast into the lake of fire. Read my book. Get my video series.
Tonberries are terrifying. Fucking love them.
I've charted on that. I poured thousands of hours into that. I didn't like what I found.
Get Mrs. Pensacola because that was probably the closest to Olive Garden. Yeah. We know he's cheap, so he's got to go for those unlimited breadsticks. Not throwing shade, I would do the same thing.
That's the truth. We're here for the tribulation. Okay.
Exposure to Hovind will make you stupid. That's true, but you can't breathe break what's already broken. Yeah.
What do you think we should do when it comes to defending ourselves in the 7-year tribulation? Read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John carefully and see what Jesus said to do. When they persecute you, and they will.
I mean, wouldn't that be the ultimate point in time for all the Christians to just clock out? What's there to lose? Is that 7 extra years of life where you're tortured that important? I don't understand this. Like, someone please make it make sense, because this is just completely fucking ridiculous. If all you gotta do is hit a game over button, like, I'm done playing, beep, and you're good. I mean, come on.
You just have to die for your faith.
It's as stupid as hell.
How many Christians have died for their faith over the last 2,000 years?
4.
Read Fox's Book of Martyrs. Yeah. It's
Kent, this might be a bit of a touchy subject, but how many Muslims have died for their faith in the past, we'll just say 2,000 years, even though the religion isn't that old?
coming. It's coming. Terry, how do you qualify making
Yeah, I need to watch that Dark Matter video. I've been behind on a lot of their uploads.
law and grace? Mixing law and grace. I didn't know I did that. Is the Lord becoming suicidal? What on earth is that? I don't know. I do believe that we will be raptured before the tribulation starts. Okay.
Well, you're wrong.
Believe whatever you want, but you're wrong.
Oh, she.
In Matthew 24, the disciples said, Lord, when are you coming?
The best Italian food in Bumfuck County, Alabama is microwave dinners from Dollar General.
And what's the sign? Mark
Oh, you'll know, Mark. You'll know.
13, Lord, when are you coming? What's the sign? Luke 21, Lord, when, 21, when are you coming? What's the sign? All three of these passages talk about the tribulation. And then at the end, it says, after the tribulation, the sun and the moon are going to go dark, and then I'm coming with the angels and blow the trumpet. It's all right there. I mean, it's been in the Bible the whole time. I'm sorry. I wish the pre-trib was true. It's simply not. Now, if I'm wrong and we go up tomorrow, I haven't lost a thing. But if I'm right and you're waiting
Oh, Pascal's wager. Boo-hoo.
on a pre-trib rapture and it doesn't happen and you lose your faith because, oh, maybe the Bible's not true, then you lost out. Kent, is this live?
It's a variation of Pascal's wager. Why do these idiots keep asking if something's live? The fucking platform fucking tells you, yes, this is live. You see live chat everywhere. And you see comments that get posted by people in the live chat get shared via Restream. Why do so many people ask him this shit? Why does Joseph put it up? That's the bigger question, not just idiots asking questions, but why does Joseph's dumbass put it on screen?
How do you answer a question like that, Joseph?
Is it so he can try to make some stupid joke?
Yes. Brian, can you be a country music singer and truly washed in the blood of Christian? Well, the different styles of music are it's not the problem. It's the lyrics and the words. What are they singing about is the problem. Yeah, the style of music I don't think matters too much. I like gospel quartet music, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't, because I listen to music that doesn't suck. I stared right at the nussy. God damn, it's getting worse.
When I get to heaven, I'm going to sing bass. I've always wanted to. Daddy, sing bass. Just being able to sing it all would help me.
Kent, if you were cut out to sing in the lower register, your natural speaking voice would be that. Because I have to remind everybody this is my natural speaking voice, whereas this is my presentation voice for streams. But my actual natural talking voice is like this. So, yeah.
Question for Kent. Could Adam have just burned down the tree of knowledge of good and evil at the beginning?
No, because he didn't have any knowledge of fire.
I don't know. I don't know where to start answering.
Also, why would he have? I'm seriously on that. I'm like, that just doesn't make sense in the story.
Question like that. Apparently he didn't. There's nothing wrong with knowledge. It's the knowledge of good and evil. God doesn't want you to know about evil. And you shouldn't teach your kids all the evil stuff either. Teach them the good things, okay?
Oh, yeah, so make sure not to read the Bible, because that's full of a lot of evil stuff. Taku says, Goody Sue, you can't expect Kent's fans to be smart enough to figure out if something's live. Fair.
They get the evil soon enough.
I mean, they were able to type the questions, so I thought maybe they were literate, but yeah.
Let's see, Jamie. Hey, brother.
Joseph putting these in screen all caps for Kent's benefit. Hi, who's commenting from YouTube. No, that's well, actually, shit, it may be a setting, yeah, that they've toggled.
Work at a public school, but this is freely and often, but not as it pertains to schoolwork, just life. How could I plant seeds in my students to search for the truth, not found in their textbooks without getting fired? Well, for one thing, you can get a stack of my DVDs. We can send them to you at our cost. Number 3, Dinosaurs in the Bible, with a flyer about Dinosaur Adventureland and my business card. And just say, hey, kids, if you want one of these, they're free. Come take it. There's no problem with that, giving stuff out.
Yeah, need new music. Foreskins of my enemies bought my wife. Which is funny you bring up, because the X that is just part of the legend around these parts was named after the particular woman in question.
At the end of my DVD number 3 is the plan of salvation. I tell people, if you want to get saved, here's how you do it. Okay. Dark Peter's Starlight.
This is my natural voice, the exact same voice. This is my presentation voice. Well, no, there's more projection to it. There's a higher tone. I guess it maybe doesn't come through the microphone, but my natural voice, there's a little less dynamics to it. It stays a little more on the deeper end, versus when I orate, where there's more fullness to my speech.
Why do Christians ask people to chant a
It's subtle. You can hear it if you're nearby.
mantra to be,
Like as opposed to if you were here and not, over the internet with this microphone picking it up.
forgiven? I don't know that they do that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I tell people there's no special prayer to get saved. Here's what I prayed. I prayed, Lord, I'm a sinner. I believe you died for me. I believe you rose from the dead. Would you please forgive me?
Yeah, Pascal's wager does not acknowledge other deities existing, and that the person's just pissing them off.
Please come live in my heart and save me. That's what I prayed. It worked. So there's no magic prayer. God's looking at your attitude, okay? Do you want him to save you? Do you want him to forgive you? Do you want him to come live inside?
Tree was the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Both were in the trees. How does Kent not know this? Because he's a shitty theologian.
Now, if he comes lives inside, he might want to change things, rearrange the furniture. He wants to take over. Yeah.
Translation, God's going to come and rearrange your organs. There's someone that has no business in a public school, yeah.
But let's see. But don't do the discipleship that Jesus did to order to educate people on
If Kent could learn to vibrate sound through his neck gills, he'd be a great singer.
relationship. Well, getting born is the easy part. Growing is what takes years and years. Okay, getting born into God's family is quick and easy. Growing takes, well, it's been 57 years.
But once you're in, you're done. There's nothing you need to do. I don't get this stuff. It's so fucking weird.
Me, I'll let you know when I make it. Okay, I hadn't made it yet. Will we get wings in heaven? Me, I want to fly. I have no idea. Now, one guy told me his wife was an angel. She was always up in the air harping about something.
Misogyny.
Not sure what he meant by that.
Nice to meet you this morning. I wish I could have stayed longer.
Nice to meet me this morning. Could have stayed longer. Who was that?
It was the saved sinner.
The saved sinner. Hey, we got a bunch of them around here. We have so many people coming and going around here.
It's almost as if they just keep on sinning after the fact because it doesn't really matter. Ken's followers aren't good with apostrophes, no. That's another thing, is seriously, you look at the quality of their questions and the way they write in, and you see very poorly educated people.
Can't keep track, okay? I have a hard time with names anyway, so. Question.
Yeah. Hunting Rainbow already rearranged his organs. Told you just a few minutes ago. Good point.
Is the kingdom of God and kingdom of heaven interchangeable? I'd have to go back and research on that. I don't think so. Okay.
I don't have an opinion.
The kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is up in heaven. So
Ken's followers aren't good, period. Good point.
I think it'll take a little while to answer that question. What do you think about the approximate world population was when the flood started? I know what it was when it ended.
Yeah, and that's not the question that was asked, dumbass. You know, he'd give someone, you know, he's supposed to be a teacher for 15 years. He would give a student shit if they responded to that, you know, if he asked that question and he responded that way. Yet it is okay for him to respond that way rather than give it anything serious. Yeah, he thinks he's probably just biding time for comedy's sake, but... Yeah.
8. I don't think there's any way to know such a thing. Here's my thoughts. You can put this in your equation. Today, the world
And put this in your equation, okay?
is 3% habitable. 70% is underwater. 10% is under ice. 10% is desert. And a whole bunch of it is mountain ranges that are unlivable. Estimates are 3% of the world's habitable. Isaiah 45 says God designed it to be inhabited. So I think before the flood came, it was mostly land instead of mostly water. And I think it was habitable from pole to pole. If the earth were not tipped over
Boy, be a whole lot of fucking deserts on that mostly land world.
23.5 degrees, you would have springtime all the time. Equinox, equal time, 12 hours daylight, 12 hours darkness everywhere. And they could populate quickly. I mean, they're living to be 900. How many kids could you have in 900 years? A bunch, yeah. And you got the whole world to take, there's no land problem, okay? So I suspect the population was even much
Massive climate problems, but, you know. Oh, wait, I forgot he's got a stupid crystal canopy idea, which totally doesn't make things infinitely worse.
greater than it is today. But I couldn't prove that. It's just my theory. When I pray, should I not ask for forgiveness because Jesus already atoned for my sins? Oh, no. If we confess our sins, he's faithful and just to forgive us our sins. You should definitely say, Lord, I've sinned. Every time you sin, say, Lord, I messed up. Would you do that with your mom or dad if you did something wrong?
But if you're a Christian, why do you keep on sinning?
Wrong? Yeah, your mom, dad, I'm sorry. You know, God's your heavenly Father. So yeah, certainly, you should do that. Let's see, Gabriel, Revelation 12, dragon and the woman. Please explain. If you get my video series or my book on that
I defer the question to my DVD series.
topic, what on earth is about to happen? I go through that, and about the video series. Oh, no, what on earth is about to happen? Where I cover the same stuff. It would take hours to answer that question, I think, thoroughly. It appears, well, I won't even start on that. So watch that first and then call me if you have a more specific question. Okay, David. After Eve ate of the tree, did anything happen, or was it once Adam ate that sin entered the world? Great question. I've never thought of that.
Really, you've never thought about that? What a great theologian, Kent.
She was deceived, and he knew what he was doing. I think Adam deliberately ate to save his wife, just like Jesus became
Which makes no damn sense.
sin to save us. I
Which also makes no damn sense.
think there's a lot of symbolism there. So
No, there isn't.
I'm going to think on that one. Okay, Proverbs guy. Thank you, Dr. Oven, for all your years of faithful service to the Lord. Well, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Well, the planet was covered with water, and that explains the limestone made of near microscopic sea creatures. The sea creatures were all in the water. Duh! And then the tidal pumping. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's been 57 now. I'm going to keep going until I die, or try. Okay, that's it. Any questions from the group here?
Yeah, why do you suck?
We typically usually quit at about a half hour. Tomorrow night, you guys sing some more songs. And want to come join us, come see Dinosaur Adventureland. If you've not been up to this on the sand dune to see the stars and would like to go, let's go get in the
It's almost as if I'm sorry is good enough and they'll be forgiven no matter what they do. Exactly.
Jeeps, and we'll go up there right now. Bye.
Eat a dick. Hey, Christian, Gabriel, Joseph, get the $100 QR code up. And Zoomy comes in right at the end. Poor Zoomy. She's late to the party today. Why do we keep on sinning? See, there's some sins that you didn't even realize you committed them. So every day you pray, you need to ask God to forgive you again. It's a life of terror, pure terror. Yeah, it's like that South Park episode. We all know sin was created when you, Yevon, summoned him to protect Dream Xanderkin. Bingo. Bingo. Well, that was a pain in the ass. I did not enjoy myself. How about y'all? Nah, I always have fun with y'all. Just, I don't know. I think I'm finally truly just getting a bit burnt on the live streams. I'm probably going to have to start changing course and doing the pre-produced video, because I'm finally in a situation where I can finally begin doing the analytical teardown of DVD5. I know I did the live stream on it, but what I want to do is a part-by-part teardown in the same way Ra did Lies in the Textbook. So, yeah. I'll probably try and get started on that sooner rather than later. So, it'll be released in many, 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 many parts. So, definitely look forward to that. Let's see. Sand dune. Yeah, they got sand dunes at the gravel pit that they go and look at the stars on and stuff. No question for Kent. The prick still hasn't answered it. Why are you such a piece of shit, Kent? Very good question. Can I go, Kenny, please? So glad you and crew took care of us. Yep. Titus died for your sins. If you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. Exactly. We need more people trashing. We need more people trashing Ben, this fucking clown shoe. Okay, Olaf, DVD5 is Dangers of Evolution. It is the typical piece of creationist propaganda where they try to blame everything evil on evolution. The Nazis, evolution. Columbine school shooting, evolution. All this, that, the other, abortion, mass abortion. All they want to do is kill all the babies. Just the usual right-wing bullshit. And Kent claims that his little 9.5-year stint in prison wasn't for tax evasion, but was because of DVD5. And this is where I bring up Schrodinger's they, that they're infinitely powerful, yet also completely incompetent, and that somehow they didn't eliminate DVD5 from existence, as if Hovind. They somehow don't restrict the content of DVD5 in a way that would be trivial to do with technology as it is now. But also, excuse me, they put him away for DVD5, but only did it for 9.5 years. And then suddenly, when he gets out, he's able to go back to continuing to sell the stuff, which he was selling the DVDs anyway, even while he was in prison. His kids and stuff were handling it. So it's all ridiculous. So, yeah. When South Park going to do FAL. Titus died for our sins. All praise Titus. Hallelujah. Someone should tell Kent that Hitler was a Catholic and the Nazis had God with us engraved on their belts. Yeah? Gott mit uns. Also, they had a version of Christianity, a nationalist version, that took out a vast majority of the Jewish parts of the Bible. AJ made a funny as fuck YouTube short about DVD5. Yeah, I remember that one. That one was hilarious. Anyone wants to get dumber and have his DVDs. Yeah, I've got downloads stuff. DVD number 5, not even once. Here's if you need one help with the DVD5 analysis, just holler. Sure thing, I most definitely will. It'll probably be a bit of a team effort. But that being said, I'm gonna hop off here and plan out the rest of my day. I've already had something to eat. I may eat some more food. I don't know. Need to order some more food or something. I don't know. Get some stuff dropped off. It just depends. I'm still gonna adjust it to here. Try to clean up eventually. Finally get some of the stuff in the living room unpacked, cleaned, and put away. So yeah. That being said, much love. I'll catch everyone next time. Also, one last time, Disney World.